ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I'm wondering, does every single storm have to be a beautiful, deadly masterpiece? I guess the answer is yes. At least between now and November. Get prepared for it. So yeah, we got our next storm blowing up as I speak, just as our last storm is clearing off the coast. And then I'm pretty sure we got another storm about to enter the west coast. And so this is dropping heavy rain, and I would guess flooding out parts of Louisiana. And it will move east to the weekend. And it looks like a naga. You see the tail, and then the hips. And then I guess those are our arms, and then our head and our hair. You might be like, what's a naga? Well, if you ever played World of Warcraft or read about mythology, yeah, they're like mermaids, but different. And they nag you to death. So you run away from them. Nobody likes to be nagged to death. Okay, so how serious is the situation we're dealing with? Well, I got a verification from Cranky that yes, the south is going to get bombed out by rain, and the northwest is going to get bombed out by rain. And we have some severe weather components to watch out for. That's today and tomorrow. And then this is the final frame, which would be about 40 hours from now. And so as you can see, you got storms popping up, moving east, and then they're re-popping up out of the south near the Popocatépetl volcano range, and then they're coming in from the northwest. And so as I've pointed out a couple times, we're now in like a pattern where you got one storm entering, one storm over, and then one storm exiting, one storm over, and then one storm entering. And so we're just now entering flood season, and so this map is scary. And technically, I started feeling the hurricane pressure of how do I better prepare all my fellow Americans for this hurricane season. And so we're already behind a little, people. Quite a bit, really. But yeah, we got quite a few rivers here in flood stage. We've had some of the worst flooding in Midwest history. And Nebraska got hit the worst. We had a bunch of levees get overrun, dams break. It's been a pretty big disaster, and they are going to need our help from now until God knows when. So there are many reasons why I've been suggesting for a long time we all work together to come up with new solutions for these problems that are leveling up almost monthly now. And did I click the thing to make it stop running? Dang. Man, shit has been so I've been so stressed out for the last 3 months that I can't even think straight. So you're going to have to bear with me. But yeah, here's our beautiful deadly storm in action. And watch how it is just rocking over Louisiana right now. That is not good. So if you are anywhere around the big bayous, I hope you are ready for this. Now, boom, I'm clicking over. We're going to watch. There's a weird light flash. So everything's dark. Maybe it was from the moon. Who knows? So here's our storm. Oh, man, I really want my sense of humor back. But look at that thing. That thing is crazy. All these storms are crazy. And what I'm definitely watching is this giant one. I believe some of the models have it getting hit with the high pressure system and then kind of breaking up and getting pushed into Alaska, into the less populated volcano mountain ranges. Let's hope that happens. Now let's take a look at what good info the pros got for us. And you know what? Even though things have been so crazy, I got the Snoopy dance today for the first time in a long time. God, she is beautiful. And she's so smart. Don't let her know I said she was beautiful. That'll make her mad. Okay. Dan Lindsay goes 16. 1 minute Viz IR sandwich imagery showing a supercell with a history of dropping 2 inches of hail north of Childress, Texas. And this is from 18 hours ago. But I just wanted to show the system how I used to call this the whipped cream can, or it just whipped cream cans heavy moisture into the atmosphere, then drops a lot of rain. So this storm has a chance to exceed rain guesstimates, I would guess. Stu Astro bringing us that one system that I'm keeping an eye on in the Pacific, because it is doing crazy things. And it's lightning-y. Or was that the one that just passed out of the East Coast? Yeah, that's probably that one. So if that's that one in the pond, you need to watch out. The Florida Wave Master, da-da-boo, incoming, verify, kill it with Sea Witch. Late season winter push coming likely more liquid than frozen. Precip, but here it is. Cranky Weather Guy, the king of weather Twitter, confirm. Storm developing west of Cali, seas increasing to near 50 feet waves. Launched the Alert 5 aircraft. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, is we're on alert, and that we need to watch this thing, because this one looks like our next heavy hitter in our wave after wave after wave pattern. And so we will keep tracking it closely. And one of the scarier things about this storm is like the Sierra Madre. No, Sierra Madre. That's Treasure Sierra Madre. Badges. We don't need no stinking badges. What I mean is the Sierra Mountains have some area got up to like 43 feet of snow. And so if this storm stays wet and hot, then heavy rain over snow melts the snow pretty fast. And so California needs to watch for river flooding and snow melt flooding. Jim Cantori talking about we got an active pattern underway again as daily severe hail wind. Tornadoes, heavy rain in spots will prevail across the eastern two-thirds well into the next week. Northern California or Oregon will be very wet as well. Hey, so this is Thursday. That's Friday. And that's Saturday. And so you guys will be watching out for heavier portions. But luckily the bigger river areas, let's see how fast it reloads. Luckily the heavier rain is down here, but this river complex, the south parts are getting hit harder, which is unfortunate. And this is Saturday, and so by Saturday the whole storm is like reloaded again in much bigger areas. And so those are the big spots we are watching. So if you're definitely in the red or around, you will see heavy rainfall and possible flooding. And then up in the Oregon, Washington, California, northern part, you guys will be getting more precip. We'll have to check the types. But like I said, the worst case scenario is actually if it's rain up in the mountains. What else we got? Colin Myers, ABC 13. If you're a meteorologist in Houston, you don't get any sleep between April and November. Tell me about it, man. I've been in so much stress, my eyeballs hurt like you wouldn't believe. Sarah O'Connell, the UN has unveiled a design for a new floating city that can withstand Category 5 hurricanes. Wow. And if you blow glass in a vacuum, like in a giant 3D printer thingy, I've heard rumors it's harder than steel. So if you could 3D print shit like that in giant plates, you could build giant buildings that could withstand 203 mile per hour winds. So if we took a step into the future together as one Earth family, and a lot of the inventions got put on the table, there are unlimited amount of things that we could do to build a new world prepared to meet all the challenges of the future. Make a plan together to build a civilization and society that will last 1,000 years. It is a great plan and the best plan on the table. Okay. But how many Kevin Costners can it hold? No. The more important question is how many Gene Triplehorns can it hold? All right. That was from cloud to ground lightning. So another tank fire was started from our dangerous lightning overnight. So yeah, like they're saying that the lightning overnight hit a tank and caused a fire. I know if I believe that, because every time I see oil refinery type stuff on fire, I think, this just means oil prices are going up. And let me tell you some of the crazy Thor news stuff that, as I see it, it is absolutely true. So I was here in my apartment. Lightning struck 3 times that I saw in a major way, and they were like huge. It felt like the thunder was coming from above ground and underground. So the thunder was impressive. But the very first one, when the thunder went off, all the lights went out and all around for like 10 to 15 seconds. But here's the thing. I had my phone in my hand. I was reading Twitter, and my phone went off. Never had that happen. Or yeah, sure, it knocked out the power of everything normally, but then it knocked the power out of my phone. So it was almost like the lightning had a mini EMP. So I was like, what the hell? Even the lightning is leveling up. Webmaster again, real time. 7 hours ago, though. Because we're going out like blaze of glory. Take me now, but know the truth. Lord, I never drew first, but I drew first blood. Call me a young gun staring down a bullet. Let me make my final stand. For those who follow, there's Trinity again. So yeah, we have our triple wave after wave after wave pattern, which can be troubling if you're not prepared for it. Wave after wave after wave. So kids over the pond, talking to you, Europe, be watching out. Because remember, there's that weird crap that will be going on near Spain in the near future. Eric Berger, part of the Space City weather team. It will be wet in Houston this weekend. Check out his blog, their blog. Yeah, here, the projections have, on here it doesn't look that bad, at least for us. Houston floods fast, but then it drains fast. But yeah, these are the areas I'd be more worried about. And then, of course, always worried, although overall that is a whole lot of rain, which is why for some anomalous spots that could hit anywhere to double the 4-inch totals, I would guess. And this is from that storm that was extremely impressive and left last night, a hurricane force low in the South Pacific. All right. And then Peter Molinax watched the 250 millibar jet go from more zonal to more poleward in the Gulf of Alaska. Momentum loss will lead to the potential for anticyclonic wave breaking over the western U.S. Notable subtropical feeds stemming out of Hawaii also present. And so, yes, now the Thor News opinion here is that, yes, geoengineering happens. It's real, but at best it makes up for like 10 to 15% of what we see. And I would guess at this point, they're playing whack-a-mole. You can disagree with that all you want. I give you my perspective and the truth as far as I see it. And so, right here, this would be one of those cases if they were geoengineering, they were doing it to avoid catastrophe. And so if you believe there's geoengineering for them to do bad things, then it's also possible to geoengineer to do good things. And so if this strange high pressure system, although it could be the volcano pressure, didn't knock up this absolute devastating atmospheric river, then that giant storm we would see would be going straight into the West Coast, and that would create major problems in heavily populated areas that have already had a lot of problems. So I had seen a model on this where it just had this going straight in, but now it has a high pressure system breaking it up, which will be into the advantage of the heavily populated areas in the lower 48, and it will mostly go up into the less populated areas of Alaska, though I don't want to lose any Alaskan lives either. Slight risk of severe weather exists for portions of the country. We've already seen some of that in some way. Weather optics, a late week disturbance will bring rain and severe weather to much of the east. And just like normal, it'll be moving out to the weekend. Of course, today, our Mexican volcano, who's the most active, technically has been kind of erupting for at least 2 months, technically 4, depending on how you look at it. And when I say erupting, I mean activity. Meaning like today you have 44 exhalaciones. It's like gas, dust, but no explosions. And 2 sismos, which are like, earthquakes. So the fact that, yeah, this volcano's been going off nonstop for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, that affects a lot of things. And the king of weather Twitter, if you want a extremely educated weather total breakdown for now, midterm, and then long range, I always highly recommend the king of weather Twitter, although he's got enough Twitter for like the last 3 weeks. Because, everybody's getting a lot of flack lately. And so if you can't avoid the flack, why not? But I'll leave his blog linked for you. Cold Friday interior and northern snow and ice, southeast rain, warmer early week heavy rain, mix snow north mid month curiosity, rain and snow long range pattern, and my favorite entity. And so I'll leave his blog linked for you. And yeah, civilization needs an upgrade, bro. How many minutes are we at? We're already at 10? Ay, caramba. Is anybody sick of my voice? Well, I'm going to keep talking because I still got a few more things to show you. Here we're just looking at the bigger map of the Pacific. Man, Mother Earth is beautiful. Hey, it's only like 12 days till Game of Thrones. Everybody got their date? I don't. It goes too fast. That's what she said. Okay, so there's the giant storm moving off the coast as our next storm is blowing up. And look at that thing blow up, man. That definitely has potential to overperform because as of this minute, it is still peaking. As you can see, it just kind of boom, click, click. All right, I've been talking so long that thing expired. All right, let's look at this together, you and I. You and I must make a pact. Uh-oh. Can we not sing his music anymore? But yeah, look at that thing. So we better hope that thing gets broken up, but we will continue to keep watching it either way. And our dryness heat is moving west. And now we're looking at there are no volcano or earthquake signals around. So that's good news for the moment. But yeah, look at that. Storm is impressive. Notice how like most of the activity of the moisture is either getting pulled up into Alaska or up here into the Greenland areas. And there's the 7-day look at that map. Giant map. Yeah, dude. Puff Puff, the magic dragon, lives by the sea in a land called Honolulu. And I don't know the rest of the lyrics, so I'll skip over. All right, so there are times where I see a pattern, I'm like, all right, go ahead and put out a warning because that pattern freaks me out enough. And so I saw this where it looks like God is putting his thumbprint over the 4 corners. So there you go. So now for the 17th, we got up ding, ding, ding. This storm could be a bigger one. And so I think I'm right because watch it form up and then boom. Now we're looking at near record all-time lows over the same area that started big and then devastated Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota. So this storm and its 982 low, which is like a Category 2 hurricane, low pressure system, is a lot like the one really big nasty storm that really screwed everything up. So this one is only 2 weeks out. Yeah, that's why it's a great time, and it's a great time to get our shit in gear, people. People are not the enemy. The system is the enemy because it's really old and outdated. Okay, so we were watching these patterns move in, cross over, and then go out. And the GFS doesn't really list any of these storms as, oh my God, it looks extremely dangerous barn burner, except for that one I'm talking about. But the GFS 3, let me get to it real quick. Here we go. GFS 3 has that storm around the 17th, 18th that will move through with, oh my God, that is so nasty. You know? This would bring, if this is correct, this would bring heavy, devastating rain totals. And the crazy thing about comparing the different models is that doesn't give the low signal that I spotted in the other one. It doesn't have its low doing anything special. It technically dips down and only is at 9. It's like a 16 millibar pressure thing here. But it then puts out some super nasty rain. Right? That. And so if you get the worst of two scenarios, you get heavier rain looking like this with the other mean sea level pressure. That frame right there is just super nasty, bro. Super nasty. Then if you get the worst of two worlds, that's going to be a big problem. And the last thing we really need right now is more challenges. Yeah, I think we all need a vacation. If I were king of the universe, I would give every single one of us a 3-month vacation for surviving the last 19 years. And then watch how that one system cuts all the way down into Southern California and then pops back up and punches up. And so it looks like our biggest heavy hitter is in 2 weeks, but watch for possible super intense changes in the near future. And that as of the moment and the next week, the definite people who are on super high alert are the south down here in your red areas, and then up here in your northwesty areas. But this is the area that is going to be getting picked on for the next 3 months. And because Mother Nature's been picking on the East Coast, and then we got to keep our eye on all the coasts for hurricane season, which will be here before you know it. So I'm your Planetary Defense Commander, Star-Lord Nuthor 7. I know what the hell's going to happen. I got so freaked out. I just stopped worrying about real life things for the last 20 hours or so. And so, there you go. Who knows what's going to happen? Other than I'm going to love you and I'm going to do my best and say prayers for me. Now I'll say prayers for you, and let's go do fantastic things together. All right, everybody stay cool. God bless everyone.